My 35-year-old grandson asked me, "Grandma, why am I so alone?" It broke my heart. I'm 87, and I'm here to tell you what I told him. Subscribe as you listen. Let's find the answer together.
I'm making this video because my grandson gave me permission to share our conversation. He said, "Grandma, if this helps even one guy feel less alone, it's worth it." And honestly, I'm running out of time to tell you boys what you need to hear. My husband, his grandfather, died 6 years ago, 58 years of marriage, and I learned things watching him, living with him, loving him, that you boys today desperately need to know. So here's what I told my grandson when he asked me why he's lonely. First truth, you were never taught how to connect. I looked at him and I said, "Sweetheart, you're not lonely because something's wrong with you. You're lonely because nobody taught your generation how to actually connect with people. You were taught how to network, how to text, how to present yourself online. But connection, real, deep human connection, nobody taught you that. My husband, your grandfather, he had 3 friends he talked to every week for 40 years. Not about sports, not about work, about life, about fears, about what kept them up at night. When he got cancer, those 3 men showed up. They cried with him. They sat with him in silence. That's not friendship as a concept. That's friendship as a practice. You boys today, you have 300 friends online and nobody to call at 3 a.m. when life is falling apart. That's not connection, that's collection. Second truth, you're performing instead of being. I told him, you want to know why you feel alone even around people? Because you're not actually there. You're performing. You're managing how you're perceived. You're curating yourself. Story. I watched my husband at parties. He wasn't the loudest, he wasn't performing, but he'd find one person and he'd actually talk to them, ask real questions, listen to the answers, and that person would leave feeling seen. That's the secret you're missing. You're so busy being interesting, you forgot how to be interested. You're in a room full of people, but you're alone inside your head, monitoring yourself. Am I saying the right thing? Do they think I'm successful? Do I seem confident? That's not connection. That's anxiety with an audience. Third truth, you're afraid of being seen. This is the one that made my grandson cry, and I'm going to tell you too. You're lonely because you're terrified of being actually known. Because if people really knew you, the doubts, the fears, the moments you feel like you're failing, they might reject you. So you keep everyone at arm's length. Here's what I learned in 58 years of marriage. Love doesn't happen in the perfect moments. It happens in the 3 a.m. conversations when you finally tell the truth. It happens when you stop pretending you have it all together. My husband, big tough man, he came home one day when he was 42 and just fell apart. Business was failing, he felt like he was drowning, and he let me see it, all of it. And you know what happened? I didn't love him less, I loved him more, because he finally let me see him. You boys today are so afraid of being vulnerable that you're starving for intimacy while surrounded by people. Fourth truth, you confuse success with significance. I asked my grandson, when's the last time someone really needed you? Not professionally, not transactionally. When's the last time your presence in someone's life actually mattered? He couldn't answer. That's your problem. You're successful, you're achieving, you're climbing, but you're not significant to anyone. And humans need to matter to someone. We're not built for achievement, we're built for connection. My husband, he mentored young men, not because he got anything from it, because those men needed him. and that filled him in ways success never could. Fifth truth, you're waiting for permission. My grandson said, "But Grandma, if I reach out, what if they think I'm weird? What if they don't respond?" And I told him, "Sweetheart, everyone is lonely. Everyone is waiting for someone else to reach out first. Everyone is afraid of being too much, too needy, too vulnerable, and so everyone stays lonely. You want to stop being alone? Stop waiting for permission. Call the friend you haven't talked to. Say, 'I miss you.' Say, 'I've been struggling.' Say, 'I need you.' The people who reject that, they not your people anyway, but the ones who respond, that's where life is." Here's what I told my grandson at the end of our conversation, and here's what I need you to hear. I'm 87 years old. I've buried friends. I've buried my husband. I'm running out of time, and I can tell you with absolute certainty, the only thing that matters, the only thing, is the people who know you and love you anyway. Not your achievements, not your bank account, not how impressive you look online. At the end of your life, the only question that matters is, who did you love? Who loved you? Who actually knew you? My grandson is 35 and he's lonely, and it's breaking my heart because I can see how this ends. He's gonna wake up at 50, 60, 70 and realize he spent his whole life around people but never let anyone in. Don't do that. Don't waste decades performing when you could be connecting. So here's what I told my grandson, and here's what I'm telling you. This week, not next week, not when you feel ready, this week, do 3 things. 1. Call someone you've been thinking about but haven't talked to. Don't text, call. Say, "I've been thinking about you. How are you really doing?" 2. The next time someone asks, "How are you?" tell them the truth, even if it's messy, even if it's not impressive. Just tell the truth and see what happens. 3. Ask for help with something, anything. Just practice being someone who needs people instead of someone who has it all together. These things feel scary. They are scary, but loneliness is scarier, trust me. My grandson left my kitchen that day, and I don't know if anything I said made a difference, but I know this: he's not alone in feeling alone. You not either. I'm 87 years old. I've got 5 years left if I'm lucky, probably less, and I don't want to watch another generation of men, good men, talented men, men who could have rich, connected lives, waste their one precious life being lonely because they were too afraid to be real. My husband, before he died, he said something to me. He said, "The only thing I wish I'd done more of is tell people I loved them. Not achieve more, not work harder, just tell people they mattered." He was 81 when he said that. Don't wait till you're 81. I'm sharing this because my grandson asked me to, and because maybe, just maybe, one of you needs to hear what he needed to hear. You're not broken, you're not failing, you're just lonely, and loneliness is fixable, but you have to start. If this resonated with you, I need you to do something for me. I need you to send this to someone who might need it. And then, this is important, I need you to actually reach out to them. Not, "Hey, did you see that video?" but, "Hey, I've been thinking about you. Can we talk?" That's how this ends. Not with you feeling inspired for 5 minutes and then going back to being alone. With you actually doing something about it. I'm 87. I don't have many more of these conversations left in me, but if I can help even one of you boys stop wasting your life being lonely, it'll be worth it. Now go call someone, please.